three challengers, they aren't necessarily focused on just Seth Rollins. They're like focused on each other, and they're not. It's a fatal four way, so I don't want to say they can't coexist, but like it does seem like egos are ultimately gonna like get in the way, and it's gonna cost someone the pinfall or whatever it may be. So
Which to me works great for like Seth's character being like the whole architect and
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
five
Yeah.
steps ahead of everybody. So
Hmm.
this is I mean I'm intrigued because it's so easy. Just hey, we can just knock Seth out and just focus on each other. But nope,
Yeah.
I'm the
Yeah. I
man.
don't.
I'm CM Punk. I'm LA Knight. I'm Jey Uso. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do this my way. So this is going to be very very interesting.
Yeah, man. With that, we can officially move into our Clash predictions. I have the card in front of me, as do you. There are 5 matches. I do not know if they will add a sixth. I am just going to operate under the impression that they do not add a sixth. So I'm gonna just look at them in the order they are in front of us. And actually, this wouldn't be a bad way to format the card if we're being honest. Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. I will go first. As I stated earlier, while Bronson Reed has had many like star-making performances, to me this is the biggest one to date, and I think this could do a lot for him. Give me Bronson Reed.
I'm going with my OTC, my tribal chief. I'm going with Roman. I believe this should be a hard hitting match. Uh, I'm excited to see uh, hard worker, big match Roman go off with his face move set. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm trying to think of how we can make Bronson look strong and not take like a easy defeat. But I'm still going Roman, so this should be like a good hard hitting match. I hope Bronson gets some moves off, cause like he can be like one of the guys in the future. He can be like a mid card guy for like a while. So it would still give me Roman.
Um, I will say one interesting nugget that I want to throw in there. Nobody's ever kicked out of the tsunami. I just want to throw that in there. Nikki Bella versus Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. First and foremost, I want to say they've done a great job, and I hate that they can't do this with the Women's United States Championship. Don't know what the deal is because I heard Triple H loves Julia, but they've done a great job platforming this championship. Even before Becky got it, they did a great job. I thought platforming it with Lyra. It was present on weekly TV. There were several great defenses. I think every pay per view since WrestleMania has featured the Women's Intercontinental Championship in some form, if I'm not mistaken.
The new workhorse title.
Yeah. Yeah. So I am very pleased. But ultimately, I do think Becky Lynch still retains. I don't know who gets the belt off of her at this point.
Yeah,
I
we
think
got.
it's about having like a long sustained run and like making the title mean something.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably what they're looking at.
Not to say it didn't mean anything with Lyra because I thought like Lyra was well on her way, and if she had beaten Becky Lynch, I wouldn't have been mad to be honest. But again, I ultimately just think this is about like Nikki Bella trying to fit in with this current era. I think we're looking at a pretty good match with potential to be great, but I do have Becky Lynch retaining.
I got Becky retaining as well. I'm like you said, this has been a great build up, great promo battle between two legends in the business. Nikki pioneer for what women's wrestling is today, whether you want to believe it or not. Haters gonna hate. This has been great, but still give me Becky.
John Cena, the greatest of all time, the Unseen 17 versus Logan Paul. So I'm going to first off, this is not a prediction for him to win, but I will give a prediction or a maybe. I think that for the first time, Logan Paul, first time in a long time, I'll say this because I'm not gonna act like there hasn't been like good to very good Logan Paul matches. I think the, I think maybe his very best was like Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 39. I think he wakes up. I think he wakes up. I think we get a pretty good performance. And if I am wrong, I don't mind being wrong because I don't like Logan Paul anyway. But I think he wakes up, and I think we get the perform. I think we get what we've been looking for from him. However, I do still have John Cena winning the match. As I said earlier, we were at a point where people thought John Cena losses meant nothing. Uh, I personally feel that if he loses this match, we are kind of back at that point. On top of that, um, I don't think they brought you know who back to lose at WrestlePalooza, to be honest. So I'm going to take John Cena winning here, and yeah,
I want Cena to win. I hope Cena wins. There is not a single percentage of my body that wants Logan to win, so I am sticking with my gut and my heart. Give me the GOAT, John Cena. Please.
Sheamus versus Rusev, number 4, I believe. Um,
I think it's 3. I think the last one is
3 was no contest.
Yeah, so this is, well, I guess this
That's
one.
4. Yeah, yeah. So currently the score is 1-1-1. I don't know if this will be the last match between the two, but let me just personally say I'm glad it's on a premium live event. I am of the opinion that there needs to be more matches like this. We talked about this with Evolution. It is okay to have matches on premium live events that aren't necessarily for belts, that are just like one-on-ones with like personal vendettas or whatever it may be. Super glad this made the card. Give me Rusev to win. Sheamus has won some pretty important matches, and for my money, will probably win a few more important ones before his career closes. But I believe that this is the best course of action to get Rusev where you want him to be, and to get him over with these crowds, and to get them to see him as a legitimate threat.
Yeah.
And possibly, I don't know what the plans are for him. If you plan to put him in the world title picture as like a monster heel, if you plan to put him in an Intercontinental Championship picture, whatever it may be, I think it is the best course of action for him to go ahead and win this match. So I'm going to go with Rusev.
Huh. I don't disagree with you, buddy. I'm going with Sheamus, but let Sheamus win on like some crazy, just a crazy spot. I think that's the best way to make Sheamus. Best way to make Rusev look still like a strong character, a strong worker. Like we might get another match. So that's what I'm just give me Sheamus. That way we can get this another Rusev and Sheamus match, and then probably Rusev wins the next one. So let me get Sheamus winning on crazy spot. That's my prediction.
I'm glad you said that, because I forgot to point out it is a good old fashioned Donnybrook match. I have personally seen one of those Donnybrook matches live. This was like when they were first doing them, and when Pete Dunne was still Butch. It's a great match. I can't wait to see it. Though those two bring a different type of like violence and intensity, so like adding a stipulation only going to enhance it. And what we would presume to be the main event for Clash in Paris, the Fatal 4-Way for the World Heavyweight Championship. The World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, the megastar L.A. Knight,
Yeah.
the best in the world CM Punk, and Mr. 4 letters, 1 word, Jey Uso. Oh man. I mean, this isn't hard to predict for me, just because it's so early in the reign. Jey Uso. I hate giving good people bad news. You will be taking that pin. I do think we get a stellar match out of these 4. These, like it or not, for the most part, when the lights are on bright for most of these guys, like, they perform. And I say that very often about LA Knight. If you don't know who CM Punk is at this point, I don't know what to tell you. Jey Uso has given us some ones this year. I won't lie to you. And Seth Rollins is just Seth Rollins. So, yeah, give me Seth Rollins to win. I have Jey Uso taking the pin. I am certain that the Vision gets involved some way, somehow. So I will say my prediction outside of like the actual match result, I believe this is the night we get a new member of the Vision. I don't know who, only because Ethan Page is still the North American champion on NXT. Ricky Starks looks to be in the NXT title picture.
I just seen some clips of NXT. He's like going at open right now. So.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's those two, although those
Make the most sense. Yeah.
yeah, those make the most sense, and in a perfect world, those are the next two I would add to the group. But I think we see. So I should probably layer this into like the Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns match. I think something happens between like Reed and Reigns to the point to where like Bronson ain't in the building no more. I don't know how you get Braun out the building. Maybe like, GMs do work on premium live events. Maybe they just say like, hey, like we ain't having this tonight. Y'all not y'all out of here.
Uh-huh.
And then from there we see a new member. Uh, but yeah, that is my prediction outside of the actual match result. I think we finally get a fourth member of the Vision.
Yeah, fifth.
Yeah, if we're counting Paul. Okay,
Yeah,
so a fifth member of the Vision. Yeah,
I'm as well going Seth, getting the pin on Jay. This will be great character work for Jay. Set him off the edge a little bit that he can't really get back in his groove. Predictions, I think we are getting LA Knight and CM Punk at WrestlePalooza. Them two chemistry is off the charts. Two guys who work crazy on the mic. That's a wrestler move. That's a wrestling match. The money just prints itself. Good. What we got? 3 week build up. Them two just go at each other. Them cost each other. I don't know how you do it. Him accidentally BFT, accidental GTS. I would love to see a new member. That would be like great. That would be like the moment of the week and the moment of Clash probably. That's what seems to be the going theme now. We're looking for these moments at these PLEs. So yeah, give me Seth taking Seth stopping Jay or Jay getting hit with something and he just loses it. This leads to a new character work from Jay. Sorry to the Yeet t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? It was a fun run while it lasted, but look at that's coming to an end. So I'm sorry, Jay. Hope you keep them shoulders down because that's probably what's going to happen in the script this weekend.
Okay. All right. And I will do, because this is going to happen on the show before we record, the Intercontinental Championship, as we stated earlier, is being defended Dominic versus AJ Styles.
Okay, yeah.
I am going to take AJ Styles winning the Intercontinental Championship. I think it is time. I would argue that at SummerSlam it was time, but I do understand that the potential visual of a two belts Dominic as the Intercontinental Championship and the AAA Mega Champion was too good to ignore. So I will gladly accept that is why it didn't happen.
I'm going AJ as well. My GOAT. Let's bring it home.
Man, say man. Other than that, good show today. Good show today. As I stated earlier, I would like to do the WWE Draft episode next week, but if we don't, I would like to do it the week after for sure. Like I said, these are all pending Clash results. Obviously, because we need to know who champions are and if anything changes. But I think this would be a fun idea. I think we've been talking about fixing SmackDown for a very long time to the point that maybe we should just try doing it ourselves and seeing what happens. But also just it would be a good change of pace from what we normally do, because I'm sure we're not the only ones who review Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown, and talk about AEW pay-per-views and what have you. Mm-hmm. So it'll be a nice change of pace. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Other than that, if you don't have anything.
Just doing some quick scrolling. Don't really see too much. I guess Ricky's facing Oba.
Yep.
At No Mercy. Yep, that's official.